welcome back to another trivia video. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into the video. So guys, this one's about why everyone hates the Roblox class event. 3, 2, 1, let's begin.
I don't think I've ever been more frustrated with a Roblox event than this one. I'm talking about Roblox the Classic. It came out last Thursday, and ever since then, I have completed the entire event. And oh my god, this event made me want to grow my hair back just so I could pull it all out all over again. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Roblox the Classic. The things I liked, the things I didn't like, the things that I wanted to run headfirst into a brick wall over. So first off, I've created this tier list. It goes from S to F, and it contains every single game in the event, including the Roblox Classic Hub that you see on the screen. Which actually, for the record, this game right here, this experience, is one of the greatest things Roblox has ever done. Everything about the Classic Hub is perfect.
Yeah.
The world design, the items, the rewards, the little characters and Easter eggs, the quests, everything about this world, about this game is incredible. In fact, if this was the only game in the entire event, I would have been happy. It's that good. Whoever made it, perfect. Absolutely perfect. The Classic Hub gets a straight up S. It is the best part of the event, and it is all the way downhill from here. Starting with Blade Ball, which is one of the worst experiences I've ever had on Roblox ever. I'm not joking when I say that Blade Ball in the Classic event has been the most frustrating, annoying thing I've ever done on Roblox ever. For those of you that don't know, maybe haven't played the event, how the Blade Ball quest works is you have a bunch of challenges. You complete these challenges to earn points, and you need a certain amount of points to complete the quest. Now, when you first join the game, the challenges are like, eliminate 5 players, block the ball 10 times, play 3 matches. Cool, that seems easy enough, right? But when you do all those challenges, you know what the game does? It says, win 10 more games, play 20 more matches, eliminate 20 more players. Okay, fine, I'll do it. And then you do it. And then you know what the game does? When you gotta play 100 rounds, you gotta win 50 of them, you gotta eliminate 50 players, and you gotta block the ball 5,000 million times. And then you do those quests, and you know what it says next? When you gotta play 1,000 rounds, then you gotta eliminate 500.
Yeah.
2,000 years later.
It never stops. You do one thing, and then it just asks you to do it again, but do it 50 times more. It's the most frustrating thing ever. The annoying part is they actually made a really cool boss fight in the game. I loved the boss fight, but for some reason they ask you to do the boss fight like 20 times throughout the whole quest. Why do I have to defeat the boss like 20 times? It took me over 2.5 hours of total game time just to complete the Blade Ball quest. But when I say it's probably one of the worst game integrations of any Roblox event ever, I mean it. F. Straight F. Now let's talk about Roblox Arsenal.
Oh.
Your power is...
Oh, okay.
Because for me personally, it's another S. Now, I might be a bit biased in this because I really love Arsenal. I love those types of games. But the quest for this one was actually very simple. They made a custom little FPS campaign built around classic Roblox, and you had to complete it. It has a storyline, it has custom characters, it has a bunch of really cool weapons. It's the right amount of challenging. Not too easy, but not too difficult. I think this whole Arsenal quest took me maybe like 30 to 40 minutes to do, and I was having fun the entire time. Now, if I wasn't a big Arsenal player, I might drop it down to an A, but since I love this type of game, I have no complaints about it. I loved this quest. It gets an S. Dress to Impress. Now, this one actually really surprised me. Clearly, I'm not the target demographic for Dress to Impress. So going into this experience, into this game, I was expecting to hate it. I was wrong. This was actually one of the better ones of the event. All you had to do was go around the lobby, collect a few ticks, and then you went into this portal. And the rest of the quest was rather simple. Complete this obby. To me, the obby wasn't too difficult. It wasn't overly long. It was the right amount of challenging, and I had a really fun time with it. Now, I don't think Dress to Impress is an S, but I also don't think it's a B either. I think it's an A. It was good. I had a fun time. It took me maybe like 20 minutes. Dress to Impress is an A for me. Bee Swarm Simulator. I liked this one. Having almost never played the game before, I actually really liked this one. How the Bee Swarm Simulator event works is in the game, you have to complete this custom game mode where you defend your hive of bees from a wave of slimes, zombies, other classic Roblox enemies. And that's really it. That's the simplicity of it. It didn't take too long. It didn't require me to have hundreds of hours of previous knowledge on the game. It was fun, straightforward, simple. I'm putting Bee Swarm Simulator in an A right next to Dress to Impress. It was a really good integration. Now let's talk about Roblox Clip It. This one actually surprised me too. So for those of you that don't know, Roblox Clip It is essentially like TikTok on Roblox. And what you have to do in the game for this quest is go around the different worlds, find a bunch of classic Roblox characters, and then take some videos with them. That was it. Very simple, very straightforward. I think the whole thing maybe took me like 20-25 minutes. And honestly, it was quite fun. I'm going to put it in A. Was it the best one of the event? No. But I had fun with it. It wasn't that long. And it was a good time. Now let's talk about Tower Defense Simulator because this one surprised me. I should start off by saying I'm not a tower defense fan. I don't really like tower defense games. I find them kind of boring. Just not my type of thing. I enjoy doing this game. This was fun. This was one of the more fun ones for me. Basically, what you had to do in this game for this quest is complete 5 custom maps. They were all built around classic Roblox. They didn't take too long. I think it was like 10, 11 rounds each. They gave you all the necessary units that you need to complete it. They had a fun little storyline with cool bosses and cool units and cool enemies. And again, it was the right amount of challenging. Not too easy that you just face roll everything, but not too hard that you want to run headfirst into a brick wall. I'm honestly going to give Tower Defense Simulator an S, and that's surprising. I never thought I'd ever give a tower defense game an S, but it's an S. Toilet Tower Defense. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's a B. Toilet Tower Defense wasn't bad. The only reason I'm giving it a B is just mechanically, it's not as good of a game as Tower Defense Simulator. The mechanics are better in Tower Defense Simulator. The animations are better. The units are better. The storyline, the cutscenes, everything, the sound effects, everything is just better in Tower Defense Simulator. Now, Toilet Tower Defense wasn't bad. It was a very simple quest. You essentially unlocked this new unit, and you had to get a certain amount of eliminations with this unit. Took me maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and it was done, and we moved on. It's not bad. It's not great, but it was okay. Now let's talk about a Dusty Trip. So a Dusty Trip was actually really simple. You spawn in this classic Roblox world. You have to drive to 10,000 meters, and at the end of 10,000 meters, there is essentially a boss fight that you have to complete. I think it took maybe like 20, 30 minutes. Now, on my playthrough, I did have some glitches that made me restart a few times, but the actual quest itself, the actual event itself in this game, it was actually really, really good. It was very fun. It was very simple. Defeating the boss was awesome. Seeing all the little Roblox goodies along the way on the road. I'm gonna give a Dusty Trip an S. It was that good. Bed Wars. Oh boy. So the Bed Wars quest was really simple, right? There's this new game mode, and you have to defend your bed against 10 waves of evil penguins. It sounds simple. It sounds easy. It sounds straightforward. The problem is the penguins were so overpowered, so difficult, so mind-bogglingly insane that I think it took me over an hour of just dying and dying and dying and dying and dying and dying. And it felt like I was playing Elden Ring or Dark Souls or something. I don't know who fine-tuned this quest, but it is way too difficult for this kind of event. The only way I managed to beat it was to get friends to come into the game so that we could actually have a strategy. Like, we could vocally talk back and forth. We could have a strategy in mind. Because getting Groot with random 8-year-olds that just go, oh, look, a penguin, I'm gonna go hit it. It just doesn't work. You're going to die, and you're not going to complete the event. It's so hard. But I do kind of like pain. I'm going to put it in D. Don't take that the wrong way. Gunfight Arena. Classic. Let's talk about this one. They're coming straight in.
Okay.
I'm a little bit biased because I like these types of games. Essentially, what you have to do for this quest in the game is go around a classic Roblox map, find some ticks, and then once you find enough ticks, you'll actually unlock some classic Roblox weaponry. And then you just have to get a bunch of eliminations, a bunch of tags with the classic Roblox weapons. It was very simple. It was very straightforward. It was just super boring for me because I felt like I was playing against 8-year-olds with an IQ of like -5. In fact, I'm fairly certain I was playing against bots. bots. That's how bad they were. Like, I'm 99% sure they were bots. I'm gonna put Gunfight Arena in a B. At the end of the day, it just came down to play our game for about an hour using these custom weapons. Oh dear God, get ready for the saltiest you have ever seen me, because these last batch of games, oh my God. Let's talk about Livetopia. So for Livetopia, what you had to do was complete this delivery driver quest. You essentially spawn in the supermarket, you have to collect the list of items, and then you have to take those items like an Uber driver to the person who ordered them. Sounds really simple, sounds very straightforward, but then it makes you do it 15 times. You have to do it 15 times. I'm losing my voice because that's how much I screamed during this event. You have to do it 15 times. Why? Why do I have to do it 15 times? 1 would have been good. 2 would have been okay. 3, sure. 15 times? And it's not like it gets different every time either. It's the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. So basically you're just doing the exact same thing over and over and over again for an hour. It was fun for the first like 5 to 10 minutes, and then after that I was just bored out of my mind. I'm gonna put it in D. Dragon Adventures. Now for the Dragon Adventures quest, essentially what you have to do is ride your dragon around the map and find a bunch of classic Roblox eggs. You go and collect those classic Roblox eggs. Some of those eggs will be Tick's eggs, and then once you collect enough eggs, a giant meteor spawns, and you have completed that world. I say that world because there's actually 5 different worlds you have to do, and just like with Livetopia, they're the exact same thing. Flying around, finding Roblox classic eggs in one world, cool. That was fun. It was a good little time. Doing it 5 more times though? Why? It's like, congratulations, you completed this quest. Now do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Why do I have to do it 5 times? Why not just once, or twice, or 3 times even? 5 times? Now, the thing that's the most upsetting about this game is they actually sell a game pass, a pay-to-win game pass that helps you locate the eggs. Because the developers know that this quest takes a long time. They know that finding the eggs will be difficult. So they're selling you a solution to the problem that they created. They created the problem by making the eggs hard to find. And they're selling you the solution by selling you a game pass that makes the eggs easier to find. I'm pretty sure pay-to-win stuff like this isn't even allowed in these events. I would have put Dragon Adventures in a C, but the fact that you have to buy a pay-to-win game pass to even remotely finish this in like an hour or so, it's going in an F. I feel sorry for the kids that don't have Robux because you're going to be playing that one a while. Adopt me. Oh my God, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's an F. I've never been so bored in a Roblox event game than I was in Adopt Me. So for this quest, like what they do is they give you a teapot pet, and you have to age the teapot pet up until it's fully grown. Sounds simple, right? How do you do it? You do it by doing absolutely nothing. You just sit there in the game for like an hour and a half, and every 5 minutes or so, your pet will go, I'm hungry. You feed it, and then you wait another 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I'm hungry. You feed it, you wait another 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I'm hungry. You feed it. You get the idea. It was literally an hour and a half of just AFKing doing nothing. Waiting for my pet that needs something. It's just boring and it's an F. I'll say it right now, Adopt Me and Blade Ball were the worst games in this event. By far. This one comes close though, Driving Empire. Let's talk about Driving Empire. Now, whenever I first joined Driving Empire, it looked really cool. They made a giant floating island full of classic Roblox goodies. Driving around the island, finding all the different Roblox chicks was cool. Being able to see all the classic Roblox locations and characters was awesome. And in order to complete the event, you even get to race David Bazooki. You get to race Builderman in a race. Like, that's awesome, right? Well, it was for the first time because they make you race David Bazooki over 40 times. And that's not an exaggeration. We did the math. I think it was like 42 or 46 times. Racing David Bazooki the first time, cool. Racing him the second time, okay. Third time, all right. 40 times? Again, it's just the same thing. Over and 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 over. And the most infuriating thing about Driving Empire is just like with Dragon Adventures, they sell a pay-to-win game pass that makes it easier. They sell a game pass that makes the quest go double as fast.
Here's why I stopped shopping at Amazon and...
Oh, okay.
So once again, we have a game that has created the problem of their event, their quest, taking a long time, and now they're selling you the solution in the form of a Roblox Game Pass. And the fact that the developers are doing this tells me that they know their quest takes a long time. They know it's annoying. They know that you're going to get frustrated doing the same thing over and over and over again. And so they're going to sell you a Game Pass to make your life a little bit easier. Driving Empire is a straight F. Last one, Restaurant Tycoon 2. So for this game, you have to feed 150 classic customers in your restaurant. Again, it sounds simple, right? Well, actually, it is. But the problem is, it takes like 4 hours. I'm not joking. It takes 4 hours. I literally left it on overnight while I was sleeping. Because what happens is you build a little restaurant, and then every now and then a little classic Roblox customer will come in, and then he eats food, and you get a point towards the total. And you have to do it 150 times. Again, it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Why 150 times? Why not like 25? Why not 50? Why 150? I literally left it on while I was sleeping. It took 4 hours. I measured it. It took 4 hours, dude. 4 hours of sitting there watching people eat food. It was boring. The only reason it's not worse than Adopt Me is because I could do it while I was sleeping. And that's the event. You have a bunch of really, really, really good games followed by a bunch of really, really, really bad games. Now, with all that being said, I still had fun. It was a good time. I'm glad Roblox events are back. It's just some of these games really soured my mood on this event. To the games in the S tier category, the A tier category, I love you. You did great. You did amazing. Some of these other games, though, if they're never in another Roblox event again, I'm okay with that.
Anyway guys, that's all for today's video. If you want to see more game content and more Roblox news, make sure to try to subscribe. And yeah, see you next time. Peace out, buddy. And goodbye. Toodaloo. Bye bye.